Story time on how I cracked my manager. Okay, so my job, this ain't at the job. If you work with me now, this is not the job I'm talking about. This was so long ago. I like the first job that I ever had. So cool. I used to work at this job. I'm not gonna tell y'all what job because I don't. That's federal. But I worked at that job, and it was this manager. It was two. So we had like multiple managers. You got like the main manager who's like above everybody that don't really be there all the time, and then you got the other managers. Yeah, whatever. So we had like different little managers that would come in or whatever, or shift leaders. I don't know what you want to call them, but whatever. Don't school my lashes. But so I really liked this particular manager because he would always try to flirt with me, and it would just make the shift go by faster. And I was like, I don't know, I was just kind of fucking with it. Mind you, he was young. He wasn't even that. I was young as hell, but he was probably like 22. So he wasn't like as old as like the other managers, because the other managers was like really pushing 30, 40 type shit. So they used to like send like two people on break at a time sometimes, because we would be real slow. Like the job that I used to work at, we would be real slow. And this particular day, like mind you, when I went on my break, I went to go get food every single day. Like I would leave and go get food every single day. So he knew the routine. So I'm like, yeah, like I'm gonna go get food. But me and my friend, because I also worked with one of my friends, and I was telling her like, damn, I kind of want something else. Like I don't want to have to keep going to what's around here, because I didn't have a car, so I had to walk to the places that I wanted to go to, you know. But I wanted something more farther, but I didn't have a car. But he had a car. So he was like, oh yeah, like I could go get it for you, like but you gotta come with me type shit. So I'm kind of like, shit, that's no problem. Like I gotta come with you. Let's go. So we get in the car and we're driving to we're going to Publix, because you know Publix subs used to hit. So we're driving and we're going to Publix, and he like kind of throwing signs, like he playing some freaky ass music. He playing like some crazy ass song, like trying to give me hints. And that's exactly what I said, but I said it as a joke. I was like, oh, you must be trying to like throw me a hint or something. Like, you trying to throw me a hint? Like, but I'm kind of trolling. But he said, yeah. He like, yeah, like I've been like you. I've been da 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 da. We've been talking for a minute, and I'm kind of just like. So we kind of just talking. We like, well, shoot, we got a 30-minute break. It ain't gonna take no 30 minutes. It might just take 5, 10. You feel me? Type shit. So we say we gonna get the subs first. We go get the subs. We get in the car. We go to like the back. Like we're still in the Publix parking lot, but like kind of all the way in the back type shit. And it wasn't even that many cars there, honestly. And he had 10. So and he's kind of had 10, but like nobody was gonna see it. So that's what I'm thinking. Like nobody gonna see it. It's nothing. And you feel me? One thing led to another. I got in the passenger seat, not the passenger seat, the driver's seat, because he was already sitting there, and I just sat on his lap. And shit, we did what we had to do, and we went back to work like nothing happened. Literally, I told my friend, she's the only one who knew, but that was it. I went to work, we gave everybody the subs, we was chilling, and we left it at that.
Okay, everybody's gonna hate me for telling this story, but it must be told because I've made amends with everybody in this story already. Like, we're all fine. So I'm not talking bad about anyone. I'm just telling exactly how it went, because this is what happened. Okay, basically I dated this boy, and it was like we started dating. It was so random. Whatever, we were friends, but we started dating. It was in the summer, and we were kind of like a big friend group, like me, my boyfriend, his best friend, and my best friend. And my best friend was a gay boy, okay? And like we were like soulmates. Like think of your best friend and you think you're platonic soulmates. That was me and this homosexual. We're friends, and basically he's like, let's all go to Boise, like let's all go hang out, and we're gonna get an Airbnb and have fun. We have to go to the Airbnb. So we get there and we're just hanging out, and you know, we're just drinking some juice. There's a hot tub at this Airbnb. That's a crucial part of the story. This is where I start to like lose my memory because crazy juice. But basically I just remember I had to get out of the hot tub, and I was throwing up. My friend was trying to help me, and then oh, my dad's gonna watch this. So I change, I shower, like they help me, whatever. I lose my memory at this point. Like this is like fuzzy, okay? I just remember kind of like crashing out. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of crashed out. I was kind of crying, and I was kind of being embarrassing, and I was like reflecting on the past because I have some trauma that is like unresolved. They were like, Dottie, stop, like chill, you know? And they were like, let's go for a ride, okay? It was probably 10 times worse than I'm explaining it, but this is how I remember, okay? So I just remember we get in the car. My boyfriend wasn't drinking, so no juice. So he is driving, and I just remember like being in the car, crying still, and they were like, what do we do with her? Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I can't handle this. And I'm just like in the back being embarrassing, okay? This is like, okay, I'm not proud of like how I was acting, but like I am the victim in the situation. So anyways, I just remember us getting back to the Airbnb, and then my friend was like, go put her in bed. And he was like, I am. So then I don't even know what time it is. I don't know anything. I don't know. He puts me to bed. He falls asleep with me. But when I wake up the next day, he's not there. But I'm just like, oh, it's probably late. So I get up and I go into the kitchen and everyone's sitting there and they're like, do you remember last night, girl? Like, how was it? Like, they were being nice to me, not like mad that like I was acting stupid. And I was just like, dude, I don't even remember, you know? And everyone was acting normal. We go back home. Okay? A month goes by. A month and a half goes by. Okay? We want to go to another Airbnb, but we want to go to Salt Lake instead. And he's like, my boyfriend's like, I'm bringing my best friend, so you bring your best friend, or like bring a girl or something. And I was like, well, you know, my only best friend is that guy, you know, my little gay bestie. And he's like, okay, you can ask him, just kind of being weird. And I was like, okay. So I text him and he's like, no, girl, I'm sorry, like last time was a mess, I don't want to go, sorry. And I was just like, okay, whatever, like I'm not gonna be like, you're so lame, so whatever. And he had gone on vacation. My best friend, he went to Kentucky to go see his dad, and when he came back, he was kind of just like distant from me. And he went right after the Boise trip, so he was kind of distant from me, and he was hanging out with another girl. But like, I'm never like a jealous friend, like we're dating. Like, I was just like, oh, he just wants to hang out with her more, that's cool. And he was like distant from me, but I was just like, I don't know, maybe he's just getting closer with this girl. I didn't really care. And so he said no to the Salt Lake trip. I was like, cool. We go to Salt Lake, and while we're there, okay, this is like another story within a story. While we're there, we're chilling in the hot tub. There's another hot tub in this one. I have such a bad look. And we're drinking juice. I wasn't even that bad at this point, but my boyfriend was. He was passed out. And his phone's ringing, and his best friend's like, oh, his phone's ringing here. And I'm like, what the, like, I don't recognize this number. Dude, I pick it up, and it's some girl. And she's like, oh my god, your boyfriend is cheating on you, and he has a fake Snapchat, and this and that, and this and that. And I'm like, girl, no, he doesn't. Like, you're so dumb. Like, you know, being delusional. And she's like, go check right now. Like, she wasn't being a girl's girl about it. She was being like a fat hoe about it. I'm sorry. Anyways, I check. He has a fake Snapchat. He's cheating on me. All this, okay? I'm crashing out. And I'm like, I wake him up, and I'm like, bro, what the, like, what is this? What is this? You know, you're cheating on me. And he's like, yeah, I am. Like, you know. And I'm like, you're so dumb. Like, you're so bad at hiding it. And then my boyfriend just, like, locks himself in one of the Airbnb rooms. And he's like, sleep with my friend. Go sleep in that room with my friend. Because there's only 2 rooms. And I was like, yeah, I will. So I go with his friend. Well, yeah, with his friend. And he's like, at least you guys are over now. Because, like, there's something way worse that happened. And, like, and I'm like, what happened? Like, you can't just say that. You can't just say something worse happened. And he's like, no, bro, no. He's like, I cannot tell you, Tati. Like, it is not my place to tell you. And I was like, bro, you cannot be fake right now. Like, you cannot, like, I know you're his friend, but you cannot just say that. Like, say something worse happened and then not tell me. And he's like, your boyfriend told me that when you were sleeping at the Boise Airbnb, him and your best friend were in the hot tub together being freaks, right? So I'm like, and I didn't even doubt him. Like, I in my heart, I felt it was true. I start crying, and then his best friend starts crying, and he's like, I'm so sorry, like, I should have told you, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, you knew this whole time. Like, I was mad, you know. And he was like, I knew, he told me, and I thought he was kidding, but he said he swore on his life it happened, and he would never do it again, that it was so gay. And I was like, bruh. So I text my best friend, and I'm like, you're so fake, like we have been best friends for years, like, I hate you. He's like, Tati, I would never do that to you, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, we get back from Salt Lake, me and my boyfriend are breaking up, whatever, we're like deciding what to do. And then my best friend comes over. My best friend told me his side of the story first. He said that when I fell asleep, my boyfriend texted him saying, is Tati asleep? He said, come to the living room. And my best friend said, no. Okay. I asked my boyfriend. He says, oh, yeah, I texted him coming to the hot tub. He said no. Already their stories don't line up. So I'm like, bruh. I'm like, yeah, y'all stories don't line up. Like, this is stupid. And my best friend is leaving my house. And he's like, Tati, I really hope you believe me. Like, I would never do this to you. And I was like, your stories don't line up. And he was like, yeah, that's weird. But I would never. A week later, he comes to my house. He admits everything. I recorded it on my iPad. And he was like, he paid me $200 not to tell you anything, Tati. Like, my best friend told me. And I was like, honestly, I think we just need to fight. So we ran a fade, and then we just got tired, and then he left, and then, yeah. But now we're all cordial because I really hated that man, and, like, he really, like, saved me. And he's gay, and nobody believes me. Well, some people do, but yeah, that's how I found out. It was actually insane. So be careful, because your man could be DL, and your gay best friend could be the sapphire to your Suki. Like, you'll never know. So that's what happened.
It's second day of school. This dude talking about, can he put his fingers in me in the library at lunch? Why would I say no? Of course I say yes. I know him for a good amount of time. He's a cool ass dude. Shit. And it gives me a story time to tell, so why not? So, you know, I see him or whatever. I see him walking, and, you know, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't know you still went here. Like, long time no see. Like, we didn't end off on too many good terms, did we? So, yeah, we get to just chatting it up, you know, having a good time. And he, like, you know, like, I seen your story times. Like, they real? And I'm like, you know me personally. Like, you know they real type shit. So he like, oh, we should like create one. And I'm like, what you mean? Like, what you trying to create? Like, well, let me know. I'm interested. And he like, oh, nothing, but let's go to the library for like lunchtime, because like I know it'll be crowded and and like you could use your phone, because you know the new phone ban thing. Yeah, he like, oh well, if you want to use your phone, because for whatever reason we can't even use it at lunch. He like, yeah, if you go in the library, she mad cool about it. Like, she really even be in there, and you can use your phone and don't nobody be in there for real. So I'm like, you know what? Shit, I want to go in there just for the phone. Like, forget you. So that's exactly what I do. We have the same lunch. I go in there, and I don't know, y'all. I was just bored. He was flirting. Everything he said was just sounding good. He looked good. I looked good. And that's just what happened. I mean, wasn't nobody in there.
Guys, so today's my birthday and I'm getting ready, and as I'm getting ready I want to tell you guys how I'm currently staying with my evil ass aunt and everything that she has been doing to literally provoke me to the point so we can fight. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a background information as to why I'm here. So if you didn't know, schools in New York, specifically the Bronx, are really, really, really bad. Unless you're rich and you go to like the super fancy school, then I guess it won't be the same situation for you. But my situation was really, really bad, and I knew it was wrong, and I just really wanted to like be closer to success. And I expressed this with my parents, and they basically explained like, oh, like over there in Illinois with your uncles and cousins and stuff, like they have greater opportunities over here. Like the schools will definitely be way better for you. And I was like, you know what, yeah, I might just go to Illinois. Like, yeah, I want to go. Next thing I know, they book a ticket and everything, and I was on my way to Illinois within like 3 days. Before I got here, my mom basically warned me about how my cousins, like a couple of my cousins and my aunt, which is my uncle's wife, basically have problems with each other. And if there's any arguments or anything, just don't insert myself in it, because it's actually really messy. My mom was also telling me about how my uncle's wife was like telling her, we're gonna call her, what should we call her? We're gonna call her Petty, because she's like the most pettiest person ever. So she told me about how Petty was telling her that, oh, like it's always like my cousins starting stuff with her, they're really disrespectful and they're like disobedient, like just like really rude teenagers basically. So I was like, that's actually crazy. So I kept that in my mind. So when I got here, I met up with my uncle and my cousins, and we went to a restaurant to celebrate my cousin's birthday. And when my uncle got up to go to the bathroom, that's when my cousins immediately told me, like, his wife, be careful. She's crazy. Like, we're not gonna be in the same house as you. We live 2 minutes away from you by car. But his wife is like evil. She's really crazy. So I'm just like sitting there like, oh my gosh, what? And mind you, I still remember what my mom told me, and they're telling me something completely different. So it's like, now it's my turn to see and judge the situation. So when I got here, I met my aunt, and I met her in her room, and she was just laying down. She looked tired, and she was pregnant at the time, so I just thought like, okay, yeah, pregnancy, she's tired, that's understandable. And she was just basically saying like, welcome to the house, our house is yours, like make yourself feel at home and all of that stuff. So I was like, cool. So, at this point, it's been really calm for me, like, within, like, 3 days. But then this one day had came where she just, like, I'm, like, changing my room, like, getting dressed or something. I don't know. I think I was trying on my outfits. And then that's when she just, like, opens my door. Doesn't even knock or anything. Just comes through my door. And then she looks me up and down. It's like, where are you going? And I was like, oh, like, I'm just changing my clothes. And then she looks me up and down. I was like, so these are the rules in my house. If you see me in the kitchen cooking, always come in to help. Always ask to help me. If you come to the house, say hi to me. Every single Sunday, you clean the house. Consider yourself having no friends over here. If you're over here, you have no friends at all. No friends in the house. Nobody in the house. So me hearing this, I was honestly really mad because before even coming here, I literally had a phone call with my uncle and we discussed about how things are literally going to be for me once I come over here. And I discussed about the whole entire thing with me having friends. I discussed the whole entire thing about me going out. That was all spoken about before I came here. And all of a sudden she barges in my room basically changing everything. And I was just like, what? And I sat down in my bed and I'm processing it. Like, there's no way that she said, consider yourself having no friends. No friends in the house, no friends at all is what really threw me off. So I called my mom and told her about what just happened. And my mom was like, what? Like, are you serious? And then she was like, she probably didn't mean it like that. And she was like, either ways, you already know what we talked about. We already came to agreement when it comes to that. Like, don't worry about it. But over time, like, I definitely did not try to, like, I was cleaning the house. I always cleaned up after myself and stuff. And I guess that's not something that's really common that happened here. So whenever she would see me cleaning and stuff, she would always hype me up. Like, yeah, you see how Nabi's cleaning and stuff. Like, you guys should be doing that too. But then I started noticing she would literally try, like, she wanted me to become her maid. And I'm not exaggerating at all. Like, there was this one time I was literally doing laundry, and then she came in with her whole basket, and she just gave it to me. And she was like, here. Not even telling me, please, not to, like, that's just the entitlement that came that's what I faced when it came to her. And there was also one time I was in my bed. This was like, I haven't even been here for a week at that point. And then she basically calls me out my room and tells me to clean the bathroom up. By clean, I mean put the chemicals in the bathtub and everything and just scrub it down. Once again, it threw me off because I feel like this is common sense. This is how I grew up. If anybody's gonna come over, if you're gonna have a guest in your house, you're supposed to clean up the house before the guest reaches. If the guest comes, you don't make them clean up after yourself. I don't even care, like, if I'm gonna be staying for you for this amount of time and stuff. You don't make the guest clean up for you. You're supposed to clean up the house yourself. And yeah, she was pregnant at this time. But the thing is, my other cousin who stays in the house, we're gonna call him Max. So Max is in the house and stuff like that. Max is 1000% capable of cleaning, but I guess he's super duper lazy. Like, that's something I'm gonna say. Very lazy, but he is 1000% capable of cleaning up after himself. The thing that causes his laziness, that in my opinion, is because there's like no consequences in this house whatsoever. So that's really the only thing that makes him think like, okay, I'm not gonna get in trouble for it. I'm just not gonna do it, you know? So for her to just like completely dump all the chores on me just like really bothered me. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just do it because she's pregnant and I guess she don't want to argue with Max and stuff. So but eventually I just got really sick and tired of just cleaning the house because it was really just only me continuously cleaning. And the thing is, even after I would clean, it would get dirty so quick. So everybody else was like actually freaking lazy, and I was tired of that. But that would like be a persistent thing. But something else I noticed is whenever my cousin Fatu would come over to like for my uncle to help her with her homework and stuff, because that's her dad or whatever, and he's really smart. They would not acknowledge each other at all. Like my uncle's wife, like my aunt Petty, they would not acknowledge each other at all. And something I also noticed is that whenever my cousin Fatu would like take anything to eat, she would literally complain about it to my uncle, being like, oh my gosh, like, why is she eating this? Why is she touching my food and stuff like that? Why she's touching our food? And my uncle, who we're gonna call Paul, is the most, like, he avoids conflict, like, 1000%. Like, he just ignores. Like, he just says, like, okay, and ignores it. Like, he is the least confrontational person ever. So that's just, like, a persistent thing. Like, Petty will complain, and Paul will just be like, okay, and not do anything about it. I remember there was this one day where me and Fatu, like, we started becoming close, obviously, because she's around my age and I have no friends over here. She's my cousin. So we got close and stuff. And there was this one day we decided to go to Six Flags together. And on our way there, that's when Petty calls Paul and was basically saying, oh, where am I at? And when he explained to her, like, oh, he's taking us to go to Six Flags and stuff, she was so bothered about the fact that we were going. And it was just like you can feel the hostility because like he was on the phone with her in the car and we're literally listening to an entire conversation, and she was basically trying to convince him like, oh, like they shouldn't even go there, like it's late and stuff like that. But we still went at the end of the day and we had fun. Another weird incident that I experienced with her is I made a friend at school, and one day me and the friend decided that we're gonna go to Starbucks before we get to school. So she would come pick me up, and her mom would like take us to Starbucks. So I wasn't aware that she was gonna pick me up. It was a whole entire thing. So I ended up going to the school bus and going to school, and I wasn't able to text her. So she ended up coming to my house, like ringing the doorbell, saying like, "Oh, is Nabi home?" And Petty, like she answered it from like the doorbell camera, and she was like, "Who are you?" And Nabi isn't here, and why are you here at this time? Like she went to school. And my friend was just like, "Oh, okay, thank you," and stuff like that. So she ended up coming to school, and she told me like, "Where were you?" Like I went to your house and you weren't there, and I ended up talking to your aunt, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I already knew this was bad." So I get to the house and I go to my aunt's room, and I asked her, like I told her like, "Hey, I know my friend came over and asked about me and stuff," and she completely cuts me off to say, "What did I tell you?" And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "When you're here, do not consider yourself having any friends whatsoever." And I was like, "But my uncle and my mom said I'm allowed to have friends." And she was like, "No, you don't even know these people. Like, this is Chicago, babes. We're in a small town in Illinois. You have nothing to worry about whatsoever. Go to Prep 2.
Especially crazy. Just remember one time I really liked this guy and he was giving me the biggest mixed signals ever. So instead of just being like, okay, you know what, you're not feeling this, obviously I'm not feeling this anymore, that's fine, I literally took a piece of paper, wrote down this man's name 3 times, I wrote down what I wanted to happen 6 times. So like, oh, I want him to like me, I want him to love me, whatever, 6 times. And then I wrote down what I wanted him to say to me 9 times. So like, Kyra, I really like you, Kyra, I blah blah blah, whatever. I folded it towards me, I folded, did all the things, slept with it under my pillow, and then I proceeded to do it 10 more times. That's not even the craziest part. Craziest part is that he did end up liking me about 3 days later, and he did end up confessing to me that he does really like me and have all these feelings shortly before he found that effing notebook, the one where I wrote his name about 45,000 times and wrote, "He's gonna fall in love with me, he's gonna fall in love with me, he's gonna fall in love with me." He found it and he has it open like this and goes, what the and I was like, I literally had no explanation. How do you even explain that? Literally, how do you explain that? All the story is that it worked and I would do it again. Thank you.
You thinking I'm playing when I say my life is a fucking movie? Bitch, it's 3:41 a.m. I wake up out my sleep just to get on TikTok to see that y'all tagging me in a body cam video that these motherfuckers don't release. Why would they do that?
Get out of the car now.
I'm making my last phone call. Oh my God.
No, you can make your phone call at a county. Get out of the car.
Okay. I'm gonna meet you there.
No, you're gonna.
Yes. I did tell that man that I will meet him at the county.
You are under arrest.
I heard you the first, second, third, and fourth time.
Well, you're
welcome to I body camera, but
now you're.
If you've been here for a while, then you know I have a whole series of story times where I'm just talking about every time I went to jail. It's called Akon. If you go on my page and want to see it. But I said I locked the door and cracked the window. Bitch, here's your proof. I ain't lying. I be locking that door and cracking the window. That's why I was up on the window like this.
I know my rights.
Police discovered that Tanasia's license was revoked.
They didn't have to do that to me.
Do you understand these rights that I've explained to you?
To put that food up that's in the oven.
Bitch, that's why I crashed out the way I did. Nigga, I cooked you a whole motherfucking meal. And you pissed me off. I threw that meal in the oven. And I went over there and I whooped his ass.
She was sentenced to 10 days in county jail, 12 months of probation, over $1,100 in fines and fees, and 240 hours of community.
I just don't understand why they would release a body cam footage of me. Like, they must know who the fuck I am. They trying to make a dollar out of me, baby. This ain't free.
Imagine not knowing until it was burnt that you were inhaling your homie's nut for like 3 weeks straight. So one of my friends, like one of my close friends, he moved away, right? And he had this other friend he was friends with for years, And it turns out this friend was stealing like a lot of money from him. this dude was like taking not just money but his like supply, if you know what I mean. And so my friend, God love him, he basically like didn't like acted like he didn't know that $400 was missing or all of his stuff was missing, you know. He played it off until he found the perfect get back. When I tell you, this is the best, most foul get back I've ever heard of. This man took one of his empty apes, like a monkey, you know. Sorry, TikTok, don't remove the sound again. So he took the cotton out of it. If you know, you know, there's a little cotton piece in it, and proceeded to fill and let the cotton soak up his, you know. And then he puts it back together, and he invites his friend over before he moves to another state the next day. And he's like, hey bro, here, this is for you. And the guy's like, oh my God, no way. And proceeds to inhale his own homie's children the entire night. Mind you, he still doesn't know. He finished it until its very last drop and has no idea to this day. I don't even know what I would do if that shit happened to me. That is literally so foul.
I have been seeing for the past 2 months decided to stop seeing me, and he said he got the ick from something so crazy I don't know how to process. I don't. So again, we have been going out for 2 months. This happened last week. He was staying over at my place. I cannot stress enough how much of a normal girl I am, by the way. I can't be more basic. He was staying over in my room, and I was in the bathroom, and I came back, and I noticed that he was kind of like wandering around, peeking into my drawers, and he opened up the drawer full of my bird beaks, and he looked like seriously concerned. I'm like already confused because he had sisters, so I don't know why he's confused. And he asked me, he's like, are these bird beaks? And I go, yeah. And then he goes, did you kill birds? So now this man is accusing me of killing birds. I'm like, no, I got them off of the dead birds on the side of the road, like every other woman in this country does. And he's like, why do you need bird beaks? And I'm like, for my spells. I need the bird beaks for my spells. Now this man looks visibly scared, like he's kind of backing up into a corner. And he's like, what kind of spells are you casting? And I'm like, just normal girl spells. Like, I haven't casted any recently, but the last time I did was a couple months ago because this guy on the bus came up to me and was like being all creepy and weird and tried to touch me. So then when I went home, I cast a spell on him for eternal suffering. And now he is looking like incredibly scared. And I'm like, what do you think women do? What do you think women do all day? Cook? Clean? No. We are collecting bird beaks and casting spells. And I'm trying to stay calm, but really, he's like super accusatory and looking at me like I'm some crazy person when I'm not. I'm a normal girl. I'm normal. And to add icing onto the fucking cake, he tries to leave my room and leave this apartment, but he opens up my closet instead of my door because they look very similar. They're kind of seated right next to each other. And of course, all of my rat tails come spilling out. And he looks disgusted by it. He's like, oh, what is that? And at this point, I don't understand. Because he had sisters, and am I supposed to feel shame about my rat tails in my closet just because they aren't organized the way your family did it? What, are you setting women back fucking 70 years now? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? And at this point, I am just I'm trying so hard not to flip my shit. I am. I'm sorry. I'm trying not so. I'm trying. I'm trying to be cool. But then this man says, I have to go. And he leaves pretty abruptly. And then I get a text about 24 hours later saying, hey, I don't think we can continue this relationship. Like, I'm just not feeling it. I kind of got the ick last night. And girls, honestly, like, come into the comments and, like, please just let me know if I'm crazy. Like, am I crazy? Because I really don't think I am. But God, I must be, because this guy was being so weird about just, like, about stuff that, like, shouldn't be shamed anymore. I don't know. I'm just feeling kind of defeated today. Like, is love really out there even? I don't know. And let me know in the comments what spells you have. I don't know. For this guy. I'm so over it.
Don't talk to the police. I don't care how innocent you are, you don't talk to the police. And if this video doesn't convince you, Godspeed. About a year ago, I get a call from an old client's buddy saying, a detective has called me. He wants to talk to me about something. Do you think I should go? And I said, absolutely not. You give him my phone number, and I'll handle it. The guy tells me up and down, I have nothing to hide. I've not committed any crime. It's him and another guy. Okay. Both of them innocent. Both of them are not guilty of any crime. I'm telling you that. Take my word for it. You'll see everyone will end up agreeing with me, but both of them are innocent. And he said his friend got a call too from the detective, and they're both engaged in the same business. And I was like, tell your friend not to talk as well. I'm not his lawyer, but tell your friend not to talk. And my client was adamant. He's like, I haven't done anything wrong. Like, I can just talk. I was like, you are welcome to do whatever you want. But if you want to hire me, we're not cooperating. Okay? We're cooperating. We're going to go down to the station. But you're not saying a word. Long story short, we go down to the station. They tried everything to get my client to talk. And I kept saying, he's got nothing to say, he's got nothing to say. They even put us in another room so that we can talk, just the two of us. It was in their lunchroom so that there's no cameras and we can speak freely and blah, blah, blah. Because maybe your client wants to talk and he just can't talk in front of me, so let's do that. Then at the end, the cop tries to pull me into, like, his little cubicle. All right, I'm not supposed to show you this, but here's what I have. And if your client doesn't talk, I have an appointment to talk to the other guy tomorrow. And he's already told me everything. Okay? I'm just going to have him say it on the record tomorrow. And if he talks, then your client's fucked. And also, I already have enough to arrest him today if I wanted to. I'm just giving him an opportunity to flip on the other guy. And I was like, well, what's it to you? What's it to you which one of these guys gets flipped on? I like you and I'm just trying to help out your client. I'm like, does this fucking guy think it's my first day? It's not my first day. So he's going through like what he thinks he has against my guy, and I was like, are we reading the same thing? I was like, this is not a crime. None of this amounts to a crime. It's a business, just so you know. It is a business that this officer clearly was not familiar with. He's not familiar with how the business works. And he thought that whatever it was illegal. And I'm like, this is a perfectly legal business. And he's like, well, we're just going to agree to disagree on that one. And I was like, I don't think so. I think that you have to have a good faith basis before you arrest somebody. Like, you have a duty to make sure that it's a crime. I'm telling you, it's not a crime. And he's like, and I was like, tell me which crime it is. Tell me what crime it is. And he was like, oh, I'm not going to explain the world to you, ma'am. So he tells me that he's going to have no choice but to arrest my client on the spot. And I was like, do it. And then we'll bond out and we'll figure this out. But he's not saying anything to you. So pissed. He escorts us out eventually and crushes my hand as he shakes it goodbye and says, well, I'm going to be contacting your client or you pretty soon. It's not going to be as friendly as it was this time. I was like, are you telling me that you're going to arrest him later? Just do it now. I've got paperwork to do. Okay. All right, you have enough to arrest him right now. You don't need to wait to talk to the other guy, but you're just paperwork. So you're just going to do it like, okay. Long story short, the other guy went in. The other guy talked. The other guy got arrested. Because all they needed was a verbalized, like, admission that, yes, I am engaged in this activity. That's perfectly fucking legal. And whatever that guy said still wasn't enough to arrest my client. Because they needed my client to say, yes, I'm engaged in this activity. That guy got arrested. And today his charges were finally dropped. After a year. He was arrested in front of his family. He had to post a bond, a very high bond, because it was a first-degree felony he got charged with. He had to hire a lawyer and pay a trial fee. They didn't end up going to trial, but a retainer for a criminal defense attorney for the trial phase of a case is a lot higher than it is for pre-filing, for investigative stages, okay? So he was out of mint for a first-degree felony. He was on pretrial release, so every time he wanted to go to Disney World with his kids, there had to be a motion to the court asking for permission. If he wanted to leave the Tri-County area, he had to get permission for a year for something. For there was no crime. They eventually had to drop the charges, but the thing is that he had to go through all of this, and even though the charges are dropped, it's still on his record. And when they drop a case because it's bullshit, they don't make a note that says, "Oh, this is bullshit," and they don't delete it. They should just be able to delete it. If they created it, they should be able to delete it. They don't even take it upon themselves to expunge it for you, making you burn your one and only expungement that you're allowed in your entire lifetime. Expungement takes about a year and requires motions to the court. So that guy, because he was like, I've got nothing to hide, I'm not committing a crime, and talked, that guy got arrested, and his life was in turmoil for a year. And now he's going to have a mugshot for the rest of his life. And this case will come up, a first-degree felony, every time his background is run. And my client didn't fucking talk. And they never fucking arrested him. So if this doesn't convince you, I don't have anything else to say to you. Whatever, goodbye.
Forgive me for like whatever happened. I think that I don't have to like be respectful because this is a professional.
Hey, you know what? I have the understanding that this is a professional exchange, but you guys should work through what's going on because clearly there's something going on. I think you and I are done talking. Yeah. No, totally. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I can understand how she would be hurt by what's going on right now. So thank you. This was great. And I do appreciate your compliments and hearing your stories. I think they're great. But I think you guys need to go work through that. Yeah. I think we're done here.
And the fact that he didn't even say I'm done kissing a film.
I don't talk about my personal life as a professional.
I'm the woman in your life.
But I wasn't to into this.
Should you just tell her?
Okay. So, we'll be in touch.
Okay. Take care. Yeah. Shaking. Oh my God.
Are you okay?
Yeah, thank you so much for checking in on me. Yeah, I met with this guy to talk business, and then his girlfriend thought it was a thing, and I just have no idea what happened. I'm shaking. Thank you for checking in on me.
Yeah, no, I just overheard something.
Yeah,
Sure you were okay.
I really appreciate that. Thank you. I think so, but that was just bizarre.
Okay.
And then he also left me with the tab, and she came in and got mad, and oh my God, it's a whole thing.
Okay.
But yeah,
So
I'm good.
leaving?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. If they come back, I am leaving for sure. But thank
Can
you.
you speak to my manager to see if we can do something about the tab?
Thank you. I think he did put cash down, so I think it's taken care of.
Okay.
But thank you so. What's your name?
Sam.
Sam. Emily Joy. Nice to meet you.
Joy, nice to meet
Thank you so much for checking in on me.
I
That
was
was.
just busting that, and I saw it earlier, and it was getting super emotive.
Oh wow.
Like, by. So I saw that you got involved.
Yeah.
And you were really.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I literally have no idea what just happened. This feels like such like a TikTok story.
Yeah,
like what the heck?
It's so weird.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, good that you're doing
Yeah,
good.
thank you. I really appreciate you checking in.
Yeah, of
thank
course, and
you.
I'll just check if anything's outstanding.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
About how I almost had to whoop my mom's ass today because she had me 50 shades of fucked up. So y'all already know, like, Juneteenth, I tried to make some fish. We didn't have no fucking oil, so we went to the store to get some oil. We ended up not getting the fucking oil. Like, she was in the store fucking playing. This is why I hate going to the store with her ass. All she fucking do is play all fucking day. So she forget the fucking oil. Whatever. That was before we even got to the house. So we're leaving the fucking store. We're leaving. We're about to go home. We didn't take the car because the grocery store is like right across the street. Yada yada yada. So the bags are heavy, but we're in the car. We push it to the curb. Some nigga in the fucking car is talking about some yo. My name's not Yo, and I don't know nobody. Like, I'm literally in op territory. I don't fuck with nobody over here, so I'm not really conversing. And especially when I got shit to do. Like, I got all these bags we got luck. I ain't talking to a fuck ass person. Like, get the fuck on. So she's talking about like, that guy's calling you. And I look at her and I said, I don't know him. So I don't really give a fuck what he's calling. I don't know that nigga, and I don't speak to people I don't know. You already know this. Why are you playing? Strike fucking one, because she already knows how I get. Like, I don't really be speaking to people I don't know. I watch too much true crime. I'm not taking no chances. So the nigga, like, still, like, yo, like, trying to get my attention. I'm like, she's like, he's calling. I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck who he's calling. I don't want to fucking talk to the nigga. Bitch, are y'all in cahoots? Like, what the fuck? I'm literally telling you I don't want to fucking talk to him. I don't fucking know him. Stop telling me what the fuck that nigga in the fucking red car is doing. I don't give a fuck. Stop telling me. Like, literally ignore his ass and let's get the fuck on so we can go home. Like, I'm not in a fucking mood. So the nigga get out the fucking car. Mind you, I'm already walking. Like, I'm already leaving that spot to, like, go home. Her ass so fucking slow and just staying there talk about the bag has a hole in it, so leave the fucking bag and I'll go get the bag and you walk and take your ass home. Like, what are you doing? Nigga come up, he's fake acting like he wanted to help, because my thing is this. First of all, if you really wanted to help, why the fuck did you not ask, hey, oh my god, do y'all need some help, or are y'all okay? You never once, you keep saying yo and trying to lure me to the fucking car. Clearly I don't want to go to your fucking car, and I'm already saying I don't want to go to the fucking car. Her dumb ass just sitting there like a deer in headlights saying, Cameron, bitch, why the fuck you say my name? So you just gonna give the killer my motherfucking name? Are you slow? Like, if I go upside your motherfucking head, would you get, like, why would you say my fucking name, bitch? So I tell her, get the fucking shit and go. Like, stop fucking talking to this nigga. Stop telling me about this nigga. I'm not getting in the fucking car with him. If you want to be the dumb, stupid bitch and get in his fucking car and get chopped up and put in a motherfucking bunker somewhere, you do that. But I don't got time to do that today. I want to fry this fucking fish. So we get into it. I cuss her ass smooth the fuck out because she had me 50 shades of fucked up. I do not know why the fuck. Like, I told your ass more than once I don't fucking know him and I don't want to fucking talk to him. And you keep... Okay. Calm down, because it's taking everything not to go downstairs and sock this bitch, because you really just gave the killer my fucking name. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So after that, we get into it. We then realize we don't got the fucking oil. So she goes out, whatever. I'm like, I'm about to just go get the oil. Go get the fucking oil. I'm still agitated from what the fuck happened like 10 minutes ago, because it's like, why the fuck did you give the killer my name? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So then I like lose my keys in the fucking store because I'm fucking agitated. So then halfway through the house, I realize I don't got my motherfucking keys. So I'm like, hey, are you home? She's like, no, I'm at so-and-so's house. I thought you said you wasn't going to their fucking house. Because while we was into it, she said she wasn't going to go to their house. Now you at their house. Okay, so she's like, you want me to come home? No, I'll just break in, because I'm thinking the keys are in the house. I'm like, I'll just break in the fucking house to get my keys. So I hung up on her ass, broke in through the motherfucking house, ruined my fucking shorts, scratched my fucking knee. The dog just looking at me. Okay. So you just see a black nigga like break through the fucking window, you not gonna bark? I mean, yeah, you knew it's me, but could you act like you was on alert instead of like in the fucking chair that you're not supposed to be in watching Arthur? Oh, okay. So I go through the house and realize I don't got my fucking keys. I have to retrace my steps, and then I realize I left them at the fucking store. So then my mom was calling me, are you okay? What's going on? Bitch. No, I'm not okay. I had to go back to the motherfucking store. This is the third time I'm at this fucking store to get my keys that I would have not gotten had your dumb ass not given the killer my fucking name. So then we get to it again, and she's like, you're hostile. Well, yes. You gave the killer my fucking name. Are you slow? That nigga could have had a whole fucking gun and here you are saying my full government. Bitch, what kind of shit is this? This is the equivalent to when you playing hide and seek with a motherfucker. They get found and they say, all right, guys, they found us. No, the fuck they didn't. He found you, bitch. Don't be saying I'm like, the killer was about to slice you the fuck up. Why you say my name? Especially because I told your ass to ignore him and walk before me. But no, you want to play slow, dumb, and ditzy. Bitch, I feel like you trying to set me up. I'd be batshit crazy if I, like, oh my God. Moral of the story, like, sometimes you just gonna have to leave a motherfucker in their tracks because there's no way I told this bitch more than once. Go home. Walk. Ignore his ass. Go before me. You're old and you're in the way. Go before me. And you sit there conversing with the fucking killer, giving him my fucking name. All right, bro.
3 or 4 days, I made some dumbass decisions, okay? And bitch, I'm just blessed to still be alive. Let's be real. And I was a very troubled girl at this time, so please no judgment. Anyway, one time I went out to a bar, got, of course, like blackout drunk. But bitch, I was 2 weeks late on my rent and they were about to evict me, okay? I needed $600 or they were gonna make me leave my apartment. So I go to the bar and I just had in mind, like, bitch, I need to make fucking money immediately. So I hit up some sugar daddies I had at the time, but they all lived far and they weren't willing to help me unless I saw them. Shitty. I'm lying. I actually ended up getting like, I think $200 from somebody. He ended up like Apple paying me like $200. It's like a down payment to see me. Okay. Anyway, I'm at the bar and I'm just talking to my friend literally about how, oh my God, I need to make fucking over $400 in less than 6 hours. And of course this fucking guy overhears me and bitch, I'm cute. So he said, I can get you that money quick. And of course I knew what the fuck he's talking about. So I told him, okay, buy me my drinks for the rest of the night as well. And then, okay, I'll go home with you. Cause I needed to be fucking blacked out drunk. So I'm his arm candy for a couple hours. He fucking buys me a bunch of drinks, whatever. We go to his house. I get my money. I wake up the next day, it was probably like 5 o'clock in the morning. So really not the next day, bitch. I pretty much barely slept and then woke up and I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here because I don't ever sleep at anyone's house. What just happened? So I wake up, get the fuck out of there. But my phone was on literally like 2% battery and I had no idea where the fuck I was. So I hurried up, looked at my maps and tried to just walk in the general direction of where my apartment was. Bitch, I go the wrong way. Okay. When I finally pop out of the neighborhood that I'm at after walking like 15-20 minutes, I realized that I just walked 15 minutes in the wrong direction. So bitch, it's like 6 o'clock at this point. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm hungover. I don't have a phone and like it's fucking raining. So I go to this gas station and I'm just sitting in the front, just fucking sad, crying. So the gas station employee comes out and he's like, oh my God, are you okay? What's going on? So I tell him a little bit of what's going on. He lets me use his phone. And then he just looks at me because I was dressed a little slutty. So then he looks at me and goes like, you know, how much? So damn bitch, he thought I was a pro. Kind of. Anyway, at this point, I've already fucking like lost my soul that night. So I was like, fuck it, let me keep going and let me just get more bread because now I can pay my rent and bitch, I can get food. How exciting. So then he's like, okay, let me get off real quick. We'll walk over to my place. It's literally 2 minutes down the street. And okay. So I'm like, fuck it. I know, ho. Anyway, the story turns a little sour. We go over to his apartment. We do what the fuck I had to do. And then at the end, like, I go and take out my phone just to literally, like, try to figure out where I was because he let me charge my phone for a little bit. And for some reason, he thought I was taking a picture of him or a video of him. So, bitch, he beats my ass. Oh, my goodness. It just turned sour so quick and I did not expect it. Like, bitch, I didn't have no energy. I was still hungover. Barely got any water. So, bitch, he not only beat my ass, but he was trying to break my phone because he thought that I got video of him. So I'm in this guy's apartment, don't even know where I'm at. I'm fucking butt naked and I'm just getting beat on and this guy's trying to break my phone. So bitch, I put every little bit of energy into what I had to get the fuck out of there. I still to this day don't know how I got out of there, okay? But we fought, I got out. I literally was walking down the street like butt naked, just running with my fucking barely charged broken phone. Just luckily I was able to grab my fucking money because at the end of the day I'm not about to get beat and not even get my money. But anyway, yeah, it was like one of the worst things ever. And oh my God, bitch, I was just literally living so crazy. Like I did what the fuck I had to do for money though, but that was one of the scariest situations ever. And it was just so stupid of me because usually I'm so much safer than that. I let people know my location. I fucking like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. Anyway, yeah, that's just my story of the day. And I'm just glad that I don't live that life anymore.
Friend who was the head of the YNs when we was younger, and he liked me. He had the biggest crush on me, but I never ever took him seriously because, bitch, you too outside for me. He was always in and out of jail. I got this video of him when we was 16. He in the back of the police car. He like, yeah, I'm gonna call you when I get in there. Shit like that. That was the type of shit that he was in. But he loved me so much, and I never entertained a relationship because he was who I am. Everybody knew how he felt about me, though. Like, he was so fucked up about me, and I was fucked up about him, but he didn't know that, though. I never expressed that to him because before anything, that was my best friend. Every single day, me and that nigga kicked it, laughing, all that, screaming. At the time, he had like a crazy ex-girlfriend or a crazy girlfriend. He ended up getting mad because she seen how he felt about me or something like that. This bitch bust the window, ended up going to jail, all this extra shit. And my job, we only 16. For all the years, he was always in and out of jail. So when I was like 19, he was in jail for murder. And his first year in there, I used to go visit him very consistently. I talked on the phone every single day, like shit like that. I would tell him the type of dates that I would go on. But the second year, I had to stop talking to him because he was a habitual liar. He would sit up and tell me that he don't talk to nobody. Bitch, I done told you about 3 niggas I talked to. Why do you think a nigga in jail, you think I'm going to believe that you ain't got no bitches? Are you slow? Second year he was in jail. So he had a cousin, and I've known his cousin as long as I've known him. And me and his cousin was like real cool. His cousin used to sell gardening tools. I would buy gardens. And sometimes it got to a point when I was older, his cousin, we used to garden together. Long story short, his cousin ended up catching feelings for me. And we was having this conversation. And I was like, I don't really know if me and you should talk because you know, just like everybody know how your cousin feels about me. He was like, well, at the end of the day, y'all never kissed. Y'all never hunched. Y'all never went on a date. Y'all never ever did anything together. I'm like, I guess you're right about that. But I really don't know. I'm like, you know what? This nigga's going to jail for murder. I'm kind of feeling his cousin too. But I really don't. I'm like, you know what? I guess I'm going to talk to him. So one day, the very first day that me and him ends up talking, ring, ding, 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 ding. Why did somebody call me? I'm finna get out of jail. You finna pick me up. Before he ended up getting out of jail, I ended up breaking the news to him, and I'm telling him, I'm like, yeah, I just want to let you know, I kind of talked to your cousin, He was like, you know what, you've been telling me to get my life together since we was younger. I've been in jail. I can't be mad at you that, you know, you moving on with your life, whatever. So I'm like, you know what, he's so mature. He handled this so much better than I thought he would. Once he ends up getting back home, and I see him, he on some shit like, baby, you was my bitch first. I was in love with you first, made the best man win. I'm not letting you go. He was so heartbroken. He was sending me all these like sad memes and shit about like, damn, you really talked to my cousin. Mind y'all, he was talking to somebody too. So even when I would be with him, I'm still answering the phone for cousin because that's my man. Like, fast forward. I seen him probably like 3-4 times once he got out of jail. But mind you, he's out on bond and he's awaiting trial for murder. Me and him used to get into it so fucking much because I'm like, nigga, you need to get your life together. Like, you still doing all the same shit that put you in jail. I'm not finna keep sticking around with you because my heart so is involved in this shit. And I used to vent to my friends every single day, like, y'all, am I wrong for talking to his cousin? Like, should I just talk to him? Should I just do? Everybody always was like, you like cousin, but you love friend. And I'm like, yes, I do, but my heart cannot get too involved with him because he don't take his life seriously. We always into it. He like, you judging me, you so judgmental, But that was my best friend, y'all. So it was this one day, I just was like, you know what? My spirit, my heart, everything was telling me I have to get away from him because he's not steering his life in the right direction. So me and him had this song that we used to sing to each other every single day while we was in jail, while he was in jail. And the one day, it was our last day seeing each other. We was laughing, we was crying. Well, we wasn't really crying. I shared my little tear. I gave him a hug, and I'm like, yeah, we gonna have to take a break from seeing each other. All the time would go by. Like, he would text me. I respond sometimes, but I always didn't respond because I can't really get my feelings involved in this shit. Like, my heart just was sending me like little sad memes. I wouldn't really respond to him too much. So then he ended up texting me like one day. He was saying all stuff, but this is what I remember more specifically. He texted me one day and he was like, you don't miss me. And I didn't respond, y'all, because I couldn't get my heart involved. I loved him too fucking much to put my heart in this shit with him. So I didn't respond to the text. The next day I'm sleeping, I wake up and I got all these missed calls. I got hella missed calls. I got hella people texting me like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, why the fuck is everybody asking me I'm okay? Yeah, my friend is dead. I'm not gonna cry. Somebody was following my friend and they unalived him. And I love him so much and I miss him so much. And yeah, that is my story.
My friend had an intimate relationship with his mother, and I would like to talk about this because he told me I could talk about it if he ever passed away. And this morning I woke up to news that he had crossed over to the next life. So let's talk about this. My friend, I went over to his house. He lived in Knockemstiff, Ohio. Knockemstiff, Ohio doesn't have that big of a population, so anybody that's watching this in Knockemstiff, you'll know who it is. So afterwards, I discover After arriving at his household, I see that he gives his mom a kiss on her cheek. And I say, oh, that's pretty okay, all right. Most people give their mom a kiss on the cheek. That's pretty cool. Then his mom gives him a kiss on the lips. That confused me a little bit, but, you know, I've seen crazier things. I've been to France before. I know what's going on. So, after this whole debacle happens, he says, hey, man, we've known each other for quite some time. That's not true. I've known him for a month. It's not been quite some time, but men have very intimate connections with people they've known for a short amount of time. Ask any woman on the planet. Now, he said, me and my mom would be getting down and dirty. I'm thinking he's talking about cooking, maybe even hiking, maybe even gardening, something of that variety. He said, no, I just need somebody to tell you somebody just because it feels like taboo. Me and my mom, we're very connected. I said, connected? Okay, like Bluetooth? Okay, we connected. Siri. He said, no. I said, He said, we're connected. Like, I'm with her. After my dad passed, she didn't have a man. I said, oh, hold up a second. Whoa, hold up a second. Whoa. He's telling me some nonsense. He's telling me something that's only known for Alabama. We're in Ohio. I'm really confused. He says, yeah, my dad passed away, and I didn't want my mom to be lonely. I didn't trust no men, so I took up the mantle. I said, oh, okay. Well, you know, I didn't know what to say. I was speechless for the first time in quite some time. For the first time maybe in my life, I was looking for words to say because I had never encountered this situation before. I had never seen anybody that was desperately in an intimate relationship with their own person that they came from, the literal womb they came back from. He really had a craving to go back home because he was nostalgic for something. He was someplace for 9 months. And that messed me up a little bit. And then he said something that really shook me to my actual core. He said, is it really that wrong to want your mom to be loved by somebody that you know could treat her right? I said, that is a, I don't know what to tell you, man. That's a sentence. And his mom came in. I thought he was playing, or I thought he was pulling some joke on me. His mom, I walked up to her, very lovely lady. I said, hey, you know what I'm saying, your son is making up crazy allegations and rumors about you two doing things, you know, in the privacy of your own house. And she said, we are. I said, oh, shout out to One Piece. We are? That's crazy. I was sick to my stomach. I threw up. And I didn't even sleep in the same household. I got a motel when I was invited to spend the night. I was a little bit upset. And he said, hey, could you please not tell anybody about this? I said, not tell anybody, but I was in the middle of making a Facebook post. I was about to tell the world, I was about to make a YouTube I was about to pay an editor to hire somebody to get this story out to the public, to the masses. And he said, just do it after I'm gone. I said, after you're gone? He said, tell people after I'm gone, because I can't have this be out. I got too many close personal friends. I got too many people that know me. I said, why would you tell me? He said, because I feel like you're easy to talk to. I said, oh, me? Easy to talk to? That's fair, that's valid. So, I've held on to this secret for 4 years. 4 years I've been holding on to this in my entire soul and my body. Now you guys know. Now my entire audience knows. Now anybody who wants to share this video knows. Person's gone now. Mom is gone, he's gone. Doesn't matter to me at this point. That's scary. You're probably wondering, well, how did he pass away? Gun violence? I'm not gonna lie to anybody. Gun violence. That's not gonna sugarcoat it. He walking down the street, boom! Oh my goodness! He got acme. He got hit by an anvil going walking across the street. That was a very comical death. God really plays the craziest jokes on people. I'm not even religious, and God plays jokes. That was just psychotic. I'm not gonna lie to anybody.
I think he's crazier than me. This happened 6 months ago. He kept this for 6 months and just casually told me. So 6 months ago, I had a little girls' night, right? And I guess my location glitched and said I was in a random parking lot. This man floors his car to the spot. He gets down. He climbs a fence. He has something to hurt somebody with. He said he checks every single car and that he waits there for 10 minutes, and I quote, to see if there was any movement. And then when my location went back to where I actually was, that he just went about his day like nothing. Call it red flag, I don't care. That shit kind of hot. Like, it's the fact that it's something I would do. Like, we're really doing it. Like, that's my soulmate. It's because it's like, it's the way I would literally...
The craziest shit I've ever witnessed. God, this is the craziest shit ever happened. I pick up this girl, right? I'm like, whatever, I'll pick her up. She gets in her car, she greets me. The first thing she says is, I'm hungry. I said, oh, word, like, I'll take you to get food, whatever. What do you want? She says, McDonald's. She says McDonald's. That's the first red flag, right? I go, all right, yeah, take you to McDonald's. We get to the drive-thru. Bro, this bitch goes to the fucking worker. Yeah, can I get 100 McChickens? I said, excuse me? I thought she was fucking around, like she was joking. I said, what you mean 100 McChickens? She said, what? I said, huh? 100 McChickens? I said, nah, you're fucking different. She said, what? We could split them. Split them? 50. I said, bro, nah. I said, I gotta take you home. I'm sorry. You big as fuck for that. She got tight at me. This bitch got mad. She ignored me.
And I had a best friend who her dad was a pedophile. He like took pictures of us, did all this creepy stuff, right? I decided to go to the police last year and make a report. Turns out I was out of statute of limitations. But since I made that report, another little girl about 6 months ago came to report him. So there was an open investigation. They called me today to tell me that he's finally been arrested. But they found hundreds of videos and photos and want me to come and identify myself or any of my other little friends from my childhood. Always pictured this moment to feel a lot more fulfilling than it does right now. I don't know. Part of me feels like grateful to be validated in a sense, but also so ungrateful for the situation. I don't know how you're supposed to feel about these kind of things, because I don't really know how it's gonna feel to like see myself like that if I am there, you know. I always kind of wondered what he had or had done, because there's some of the memories are blurry because there was alcohol given to us. So there's things that I'm kind of like, they're splotchy. I don't really know that I want to know. But maybe I do. I don't know. It's good. He's arrested and can't do it anymore. But it's kind of like, it was always like dissociated in my mind that it didn't really happen. So now in this moment I'm like, it did really, really happen. And it feels so real. And so I think I'm still dissociating, but I guess now maybe I need to talk to the agent on if I can share who he was for anyone else. But be careful who your children are around.
Well, I just left Walmart, and this girl I used to go to school with, I'm talking about, she walked with me. Hey, Kirsten. I was like, hey, girl, I ain't seen you in so long. Woo-doo-doo, you know, just to make a conversation. She was like, can I get a ride home? I was like, you get a ride home? How did you get here? And then she was like, oh, I walked. And I was like, oh, okay, because I started feeling bad. So I'm like, yeah, you can get a ride home, whatever. So we walking outside or whatever. I noticed she lingering off in the back, like taking her precious time. I'm trying to walk to the car. Like, baby, you gonna get left. You need to be following me trying to get to this car. She finally made it to the car. She was in there. She was texting and stuff. And then I'm like, where you live? Let me know where you live. And then she told me where she lives like 14 minutes away. So I'm like, damn, you walk 14 minutes away to get to Walmart, bitch. What did you? And she didn't have nothing, mind you. She didn't have shit. So you walk 14 minutes for nothing, sister. But I digress. So I'm driving. I'm taking her home. She telling me, turn right here, go straight, So, next thing I know, bitch, I've been driving for a little over 14 minutes at this point, and I'm just like, girl, are you sure we going to the right place? She was like, yeah, just keep going. Baby, so right now, I'm starting to get suspicious. And then she's still in the phone. Mind you, she's still in the phone, texting type of room. So, we finally make it to the destination, and then she's telling me to pull in this long-ass driveway, and I'm just like, ooh, because the driveway ain't got no sides. It's like 2 deep-ass pits on the side of the road where you're supposed to pull in. So I'm trying my best not to go in the damn ditches on the side of the driveway. So I'm pulling in. I see this boy walk outside. He got a whole few on the side of him. I'm like, what the hell is going on? She's like, oh, that's my brother. Don't worry about him. I'm like, girl, if you don't get your ass out this car. She did not get out the car, y'all. And we in this long-ass driveway. And her brother's right there with a fucking pew-pew. So I'm like, oh, hell no. So I put the car in reverse. I reversed my ass out that long-ass driveway. I didn't give a damn about them little pits on the side. I was reversing that bitch. By the time we got to the end of the driveway, we was at the road again. And I told her she got to get out. She got to walk up that damn driveway. And when she walked up to that damn driveway, I took my ass, skirted out from that bitch. Mind you, we in the middle of fucking nowhere. I'm trying to get back home. Don't know why I said yes in the first place. Like, y'all, please stop being nice to these people. Please stop being nice. Say no, because why is your brother working out there with a damn pew-pew? Like, well, it was kind of giving set up. It was kind of giving they was trying to trap me. They was trying to get me. No, you can't get me, sister. So, yeah, I'm a little traumatized. I will not be doing that again.
My boyfriend was his sister. I've already talked about this on my account before, but I realized that I have a lot of new followers that have absolutely no clue where my lore came from and why I am the evil woman that I am today. So, yeah, let's get into it. My boyfriend was fucking on his sister. The moral of this story is to please trust your gut. Because when I first met this woman, I wouldn't even sit there and call her no goddamn woman. I wouldn't disrespect no woman like that. That is a pea-burn braid ass bitch, okay? Like, I can't stand this hoe. And no, it's not because she fucked my man. It's the fact that, like, literally how her brain operates. Like, she's an idiot. Can't say that. Anyways, let me take you back. Okay. We was out on the city doing some things, driving, you know. If you know, you know. We was driving around. He was like, take me to my sister's house. I'm like, okay, cool. Because that's where all his stuff was. Okay, cool. So we drive and we go to his sister's house. And the very first time I pull into this driveway, I'm like, so I just get like the most weirdest feeling in my fucking stomach. I'm like, who is this? He's like, this is my sister. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Okay. So I let it go. Okay, cool. But then the second time I pulled into her house, this is a little while later, like maybe like a week later, I again get like the weirdest feeling. I asked him again. I said, who is this? He said, this is my sister. I said, like, your real sister? He was like, yes. I was like, okay, cool. Fast forward probably about like 8 months, this man ends up going to jail. He had a warrant out for his arrest. His sister's house got sworn by the U.S. Marshals because he ended up staying with his sister because he was on probation. That was the address on his probation. So that's why we were going by her house to begin with, because all his shit was there, right? So anyways, yeah, he ends up getting arrested. House gets sworn by U.S. Marshals right after I dropped him off and I went back to work. I could have been in jail. Oh, Lord, I'm not made for it. Anyways, cool. So, the day that he ends up going to jail, I was just missing my baby. I was missing my baby, my man. Like, I was obsessed with this man, by the way. Like, couldn't nobody tell me shit about my man. Like, bitch, is my big old shit, okay? Like, he was fat as fuck, but I loved him. I love some big and fat. Okay, cool. Anyways, so I was just missing my baby, all right? So I'm looking him up, right? I'm looking him up everywhere. You know, like, normally people do this when they first get together, but the way that we met was, like, super organically. Like, we met at a fair. We ended up going home together that night, and he had a kid. Like, we were just we were vibing. His kid was fucking with me. His kid was letting me play with him and his toys and shit. And like I took pictures of them at the fair. All types. It was a vibe, okay? But yeah. So I was missing my baby. I'm going through. I'm looking him up. I found an old ass Facebook account from when he was in 7th grade, middle school, and it had his sister's name with a heart and a lock. What the fuck? So when he called me from the jail phone, mind you, I had found all this before he even got booked and registered. Like I was missing him, okay? I was a little delusional about this man, but a lot of it. So when he called me, I'm like, hey, so I got a question. Oh, this bitch is long, so go part 2.
Jack here. Welcome to another episode of Tales from the Psych Ward, where something happens to me at the Psych Ward and I tell you about it. Today has been a rather disturbing day. I have 3 patients that have lice. They all came in with it. Nobody contracted it from one another. But luckily one of them is a guy, and he was cool with me shaving his head, you know, just buzz cutting it, because that is a surefire way to get lice, you know, just take away their home, burn it to the ground. Anyways, I did it, you know, got done shaving his head, and he was like, thank you so much. And I was like, no problem, you know, had all this garb on, and I turned around, and before I knew it, he was picking up the hair that had lice and all the eggs in it and throwing it at me, singing, it's raining eggs, hallelujah, it's raining eggs, amen, while I screamed in terror. As you guys know, I have very luscious locks and I cannot risk them getting lice. So I am just keeping this on the rest of the day until I can find a shower. I'm so scared.
My business at the bus stop, and this lady comes up to me and she's like, oh, can you watch my food? She got this Popeyes bag. She places it on the chair. She's like, thank you, daughter. And I'm like, oh my God, I already know the area that I'm at, and it's a bunch of cuckoo crazies. And I'm like, bro, please just leave me alone after that. She comes back. She's like, daughter, I had a bad day, like a really bad day. I almost cried. I said, damn, that's crazy. I shouldn't have responded at all, but my brain was telling me she's gonna stab you. And she's like, yeah, I had to go clean up the Walmart. It was mad dirty, the bathrooms, because of the parade. First of all, there's no parade. Second of all, there's no Walmart in New York City. She's straight up lying to me. She's like, I got 2 daughters. And then all of a sudden, this Rasta man comes behind us, and he's like, he throws like a shooter or something on the floor. And she's like, hey, watch out. You don't see my daughter right there? You acting crazy? Like, I know what you're trying to do. He was just walking by. So they start arguing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, can the bus please come? And I guess they stop, and he walks away. And this lady continues her story, telling me about how she almost got her master's degree. She was coming from school or something. And I'm like, mind you, no judge, like she could have been getting her master's degree, but she had the synthetic wig with this jean shorts, and like she didn't look like she was coming from college at all. All of us then, bro, like this girl eating a sugar cane in front of us, she's like, oh my gosh, you two look like models. I love your hair. Like, you guys are so beautiful. Like, oh my gosh, no, for real, have you guys ever thought of modeling? And my mom, my foster mom, I guess, is like, oh, like, all right, that's enough. And she's like, what am I doing? I'm just sending a compliment you. I'm waiting for the bus. And she's like, stop it, get away. After that, I said, okay, she might be a little bipolar, and what if she put the switch on me? So I pretended to get a phone call. I crossed the street, and I had to let the bus leave. So I just had to escape. And I'm like, hello? Oh, I'm sorry, I have to go. She's like, okay, see you soon. Literally, I don't know why these things happen to me.
That lives below me, and she's a little crazy. Like, there's been times where she's come and knocked on my door, and the first night I ever moved into this apartment, she knocked on my door. She was like, hi, is there a woman walking around in high heels? Meanwhile, my apartment's completely empty. I was sleeping on a fucking air mattress because I had just moved in that day. I'm like, lady in high heels, what the fuck are you talking about? Then maybe a couple months ago, she knocks on my door, and she's like, so, like, you're a DJ, right? I'm like, no. She goes, oh, because I'm hearing, like, rave music and DJ music at all hours of the night. I'm like, well, it ain't from my fucking apartment. Honestly, I remember saying, like, I made a video about this, and I remember saying, like, yo, she's just, like, a lonely, desperate lady, right? But I guess she's got a boyfriend now. And they all the time, okay? I'm not trying to sound creepy. I'm not, like, listening, all right? I can't stop hearing it. It's at all hours of the fucking day. Dude, it was Easter Sunday yesterday, 2 p.m. And I'm literally, and it's not like normal sounds. It's not like, oh yeah. It's literally like, I'm like, okay. Honestly, she's faking it. There's no way that's real. And the dude must be a fucking moron if he thinks it's real. I swear on my life, at first I thought she was being attacked. But it's like every other day.
Also, like, does he not have a fucking apartment? Like, y'all can't be doing this at his house? I'm not gonna lie, they were just going at it. And it stopped. So I hope they don't hear me making this video. But if y'all can fucking hear me, stop it. Okay? Go to his house once in a while. I swear on my life, literally, I'm hearing like, it's so loud. The walls must be so fucking thin. I'm literally hearing like, I'm like, dude, no one makes those fucking, I've never had sex with anyone that makes noises like that. Yeah. Have you? If you say you have, you're lying, okay?
That has been every 5 seconds. Y'all have never got to worry about me getting flew the fuck out ever again. I told this nigga last night not to play with me when I made it. And I meant just to fuck that. And now motherfucker can't stop knocking on the door. Done told the front desk that I done scammed him in some more shit. No, nigga, you thought you was getting some pussy. Dummy. The fuck? Motherfuckers gonna learn their lesson with me. So last night we got drunk as fuck at the casino. Everybody know the drinks are free at the casino as long as you playing. So I played. Came back to the room. He didn't get any. At all. He got mad. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I waited till the nigga went to sleep. No lock code on his phone. Old nigga too, by the way. Old nigga. As the night going on, I'm like, bro, like, that phone keep going off. Phone keep going off. Whole time he's married. Oh, you're a dummy. You're extra dumb. You're extra dumb. The wife threatened to pull up to where he at because he has his location on. Triple dumbass. Before I could even wake him up, because I'm not gonna wake him up just because your wife calling. You calling back to back, that ain't gonna make this nigga answer or get the fuck up. He's knocked the fuck out. He's knocked out. So y'all, I took his phone and I cashed out myself. And I got my own room with some of the money. He just won't stop knocking. He went and told the front desk that I scammed him, that I used his cards to book my own room, which I didn't. I sent myself the money. Cause nigga, you dumb as fuck if you thought that I would ever be left stranded anywhere. Room nice as fuck though. Wi-Fi jumping and everything. And now he just won't leave. He want his money back. Well, nigga, I want my time back. Because if your wife would have pulled up and tried to beat my ass, I would have had to let her because I didn't know I was dealing with a married man. And I kept his card on file, so I think I'm gonna have a spa day today. I think I'm gonna go to the outlet mall, go to lunch. Yeah, because one thing about it, I'm very strategic and you will never catch me slipping. And the nigga is still at the door. I've already called the front desk and told them I don't know who he is. I don't know what he wants. I don't know what he wants. The next step is for me to call his wife because I screenshotted her number. Yeah.
With these girls like they don't have niggas willing to die about them. There was a nigga I used to play football with. He used to take me to my games, but he would always have to bring his girlfriend because he would lie to her so fucking much. But nigga, it was just one day I noticed, nigga, she had 2 big ass black panda eyes, nigga. So I had to pull this nigga to the side like, yo, nigga, this look crazy. He said, bro, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you want the bitch for? Why you concerned? After that day, I swear I was not gonna hang with that nigga no more. So we coming back from the game, the girl like, yo, can you drop me off at my homegirl house? This nigga pull up to the house is abandoned. And then all of a sudden, his car door swings open and there's 6 niggas with ski masks on pulling up like the fucking Akatsuki, my nigga. And these niggas have weapons, these niggas have guns and all that. So mind you, they beat the shit out of him. They pointing guns at me, it's a crazy look. Nigga, they ready to beat my ass too, and I didn't even do anything. So when they done beating that nigga up, they look at me, I'm like, bro, I don't got nothing to do with that. So they was like, that's not your mans, that's not your mans. I'm like, bro, I was gonna stop hanging with this nigga. I told this nigga, this, that, and the third. They said, if that's not your mans, beat this nigga. Mind you, Chonka's already on the fucking ground, missing tooth, crying and all that, missing dreads and all that. They said, yo, they tossed me a crowbar. They said, yo, if this not your mans, beat the nigga. It's a nigga pointing a gun at me, bro. I'm like, yo, I damn near gotta kill this nigga now. I thank God the girl came out and said, yo, that's enough. Like, all right, chill out. We not going. But that day, nigga, I lost a friend because he know if it was him or me, nigga, I was picking you, nigga, I was gonna fucking kill you.
I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. Imagine, first date with a man. You hit it off. Great energy. Date runs long. And you have a graduation party to get to. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, you want to come with me to my homegirl's graduation party? He's like, okay, yeah, sure. But I don't want to show up empty-handed, so we stop at the Target. Another green flag, because we've been hitting it off. Okay, great. We stop at Target. He gets her a card. We go to the graduation party. I introduce him to my friend. Cool. We go to my car. We're getting into my car. He's saying like, oh yeah, can you drop me off at the mall? Da-da-da-da, like whatever. Fine, because he allegedly Ubered an hour to get to me. Because he lives far out, not in the city. This man gets in my car. All of a sudden, a woman comes up out of the blue. I don't know where this woman was. She comes up and she yanks open my passenger side door. She's like, what the F are you doing? Get up. Come with me right now. Come with me right now. Get up. Get up. You're coming with me. At first, I thought she was joking. And at first, I thought it was like she saw him from afar, thought he was fine. Came into the car, was like, you're coming with me. You're coming with me. Because he was just like, chill, chill, chill. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. Like, he's fine. Okay, period, sis. But, like, not too much. But then she gets rowdy. She's like, get out the car. Get out the car. And yanks this full-grown size man and yanks him out the car. So I'm like, oh, y'all know each other. Takes him out the car. Bella, my car, is here. Her car is here. I'm T-boned in. I cannot move. There's a car in front of me. So all I can do is sit and look in my rear view at her beating. Just beating his ass. Just beating his ass. And I'm like, I turn my music down so I can hear what's being said. I can't hear nothing, but just it's going. And I'm like, what the heck? I didn't have the word. Like, I didn't have the words that happened so fast, and I cannot move. So I'm sitting here, waiting for her to finish his beating. Finally, they start to back up. They pull up beside me. I'm looking like this. And he goes. And they drive off. And I just didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Because clearly that's your girl. We talked about cheating. We talked about red flags. We talked about green flags. He had passed a lot of, like, he had a good head on his shoulders, I thought. We talked about cheating in 30 minutes. We talked about emotional versus physical cheating. And she picked him up and yanked him out of the passenger side. And they drove off, and then he texted me, what are you doing? What am I doing? I'm coping. I'm done with men. Especially light skins. I can't.
Started dating my man, I remember that his fucking exes always had fucking beef with me. Like, I swear, bitch, I don't even know what the fuck I was doing, but these bitches fucking hated me. And I didn't understand because apparently I was the fucking downgrade, you know, according to them, because they were fine as fuck. But all right, if it's based on looks, then okay, I'm the downgrade. But if it's based on morals, money, and personality, bitch, I got you on that. Okay. Like, as soon as I started getting really close to my man, because me and him were friends for a while, and I was trying to set him up with a couple of my friends at first, and then he fell in love with me because, bitch, I'm fucking funny as fuck, bitch, and I have a lot going for me. But anyways, when I first started seeing him, she was posting about me a lot. She was posting how I was a downgrade, how I was ugly, how I was fat, how I was this, how I was that. And then one of my really close homeboys was sitting there hee-hawing with her because he wanted to get in her panties. And I was like, this motherfucker better not fucking play with me, bitch, because I remember what I caught him doing in the motherfucking car. And he was like, please don't tell nobody, boy, bitch. Don't fucking disrespect me then. I almost outed him, but bitch, I'm not one to out someone like that. So I stayed motherfucking quiet. The reason they was really beefing with me is because my man slid up on their fucking, like, on one of their Snapchats and was talking about, like, their choco flan or something, and they got really offended, and they were like, oh my god, like, do you know where I'm from? Like, I really bang on this shit, like, blah blah blah, this and that, I really fuck her up. And they started just, like, really coming at me for it, like, with his. And I was like, bitch, I like fucking choco flan. I would never disrespect choco flan, bitch. But why are we beefing over fucking cake? Why am I even being brought up over cake? You think I said that, bitch? No. Of course I like fucking choco flan. And then my man was like, my bitch will beat both of y'all's asses, which, I mean, I was like, period. But I don't really like to fight because, bitch, when I start fighting, I get a little fucking crazy with it, bitch. Like, it's too fun for me. But I just don't see a fucking reason to fight? Like, what's the fucking reason? We gonna fight about cake, bitch? Just give me a fucking piece. Let's be kumbaya. But when they finally laid off me, bitch, then here comes this fucking stupid ass baby mama. His fucking baby mama starts texting me and being like, oh, you think you can get in between us? I've always been the one. He's always been wrapped around my finger. He loves me. He don't actually love you. You're just a placeholder, whatever, this and that. Like, he's only, she was basically telling me that he was only really, like, with me because I can get him nice things, bitch. Which obviously I could tell that she just was pressed because I was actually elevating his life. Like, I was upgrading his life, bitch. And then she texts my man and she's just like, oh, I have this plan. I'm gonna get sober. We're gonna go get our kids back and this and that. She's like, and let's move to Australia together. And bitch, I was fucking mad. I remember I was like, this bitch really got some fucking balls the size of King Kong, I swear. And I was so happy when I saw my man look at the fucking message and he blocked her. He blocked her bitch ass because they have nothing to fucking talk about. You know? They have nothing to fucking talk about, bitch. This bitch don't got, no. We're not even gonna get into that, but he truly has nothing to talk about with her. So that I was like, bitch, who got him wrapped around the finger? Who really got him wrapped around the finger? And like, just these bitches really didn't like me. And my man is doing a lot better with me. Like, no offense. Like y'all said, they will change for someone they truly love, bitch. And I was the one, bitch. My man is off probation. He got a good fucking job. He makes like $23 an hour. He finally got health insurance, bitch. He's just doing really fucking, he got himself a car. He's doing really fucking good for himself. I'm proud of his ass, bitch. And now I get to go to school and stay home. Like I should, bitch. So y'all can't tell me nothing. But I truly, like, still to this day, I never fucking understood why they had a fucking issue with me in the first place. I mean, I'm cool with the ex and the sister now because I addressed the issue, which, you know, I mean, it's been years, a couple years down the road, but I'm still going to address the issue when I deem appropriate, when I deem necessary. I'm gonna address the issue. And they're both like, okay, well, I really don't have an issue, but if that's what timing you're on, then I'm on it too. And I'm like, nah, I'm not really trying to fight because I'm not the one who had the fucking issue, bitch. So you gonna give me a piece of choco flan or what? Like, I even brought up the choco flan thing too. But my man's baby mama, fuck you, bitch.